What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rad Up All Night. And tonight, we are going to be talking about something I haven't talked about in quite a while. It's something that I've been asked almost probably every month at least. People are always asking me, which movies do I want to see upgraded on physical media? What needs upgrades? What do I think about this? What do I think about that? Well, tonight, I'm going to talk about that because I did a post probably a couple days ago on Instagram. If you're not following me there at Born2beRad, you can follow me about a movie called Kenny and Company, which is a Don Coscarelli film, a coming-of-age story from the 70s that's just kind of stuck on DVD, and I think it's out of print now, and it needs an upgrade. And I talked to Don Coscarelli a couple of years ago. He said Disney owned it, and he said he was working hard to try to get it back. Now, where that is currently, I do not know. Does he have access to it? Does Disney still own it? They've kind of buried it in their library, never to be seen again. I know Don's working on trying to get it back, but, I thought to myself, what, how cool would it be to just start talking about other movies that I think need to be upgraded? Now, when it comes to me and the way I like to upgrade things is I'm not just going to give you, I have Black Christmas. No, that's not a good example. I'm going to say I want to see... I'm just going to name a movie that's already on Blu-ray, right? Like something we just got. Like, I want to see a new edition of Nightbreed on 4K. I know we have one already, but I'm just giving you an example. I'm not going to pick something that already has a pretty nice Blu-ray, something that already has, a nice edition, something that's in print. What I'm going to talk about today is ones that are like dead on like an old format, VHS, DVD, and a couple in here are actually on Blu-ray, but they are like long out of print. So I have them on my list too. So as I was making my list, I said, you know what? I have way too many movies here to talk about. So let me just narrow it down to just horror. So tonight we're going to talk about just horror and movies that I think need to be upgraded ASAPs, things that I want to see this year pop up on physical media from some of these companies. And for multiple reasons, they might not be able to come out this year. There could be things that I don't know about as far as the rights or music or whatever. So this is just kind of like a fantasy booking type of thing right now, where I'm just going to give you things that I want to see. And maybe in this list, there's some movies you've never seen before. And hopefully I give you something to check out. So again, we're just going horror this time. If people like this format, I can go back and I can do non-horror stuff because I already started making a huge pile and I needed to narrow it down. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot of movies here that I want to discuss. But before we do that, let's get to the chat and see who is in the house. All right, we've got my man Eli. What is going on, man? Welcome to the show. Dakota, what's up, man? I know. How have you been, man? I hope all is well. I've actually been meaning to email you just to see how everything was going and whatnot. So thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you coming by. Dynamite Tiger, the man behind the music. The song that you heard chiming into Rad Up All Night is a custom from Dynamite Tiger over there, my man. Fachi. Yeah, it was one of those weeks. I was kind of mad at myself because I didn't do much content at all. I had some shows on other people's channels. I had some stuff to do there, but I didn't do a lot of content on my own channel, which was kind of bummed. I mean, work's been crazy. Life's been crazy. I had obligations to be a guest on other people's shows and a podcast and stuff. So got that done. But unfortunately, when all that comes into play, sometimes you lose touch with your own content. So I wanted to get in here tonight. I had plans to do it a couple nights this week, but Dead Pit were on, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let them do their thing, and I'll pick a different night. So I'm here now. It's Saturday night. It's late, but I appreciate everybody who is in here. Now, if you haven't liked the stream, please do it now. If you're not subscribed, please check this channel out. Hit that subscribe button and look at all the old vids that I have, because I do pump out things quite a bit per week. So would be definitely appreciative. Fresh as headbands. I have tons of them, but I always feel like I always resort back to just the plain black, just because it's easy. It goes with everything. So yeah. Wet Movie 1, Brendan. Go check out Brendan, an OG in the YouTube space. Go check him out over at Wet Movie One. He is someone that has been on this channel before. He's someone that I've been watching on YouTube since I was, man, I had to have been in my 20s, living at my parents' house, my early 20s. And he was already doing content because he was somebody that I was watching to get ideas on maybe some movies that I haven't seen. So if you want an OG in the YouTube space, go check out Wet Movie One. Chris Snyder, what is going on over from Movie Misfits? Go check out Chris. How are you? And speaking of Fachi Cinema, he says Cindy Poo. I don't know who he's talking to. Me? But I will be on Fachi's show on his channel this week as well, so go check him out. It is After Hours edition for sure. Twisted Trucker, what is going on? Do you know what, man? You are the third person to tell me that they were not happy with the Boogans transfer. That is so funny. Now, I love Boogans. And I was planning on getting the 4K because the only edition of Boogans I have is the Olive Films Blu-ray, which is fine. But that was, I think, the first time that movie had hit any legitimate format since VHS. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I like that movie. It's been a while. I'll upgrade it. But with Kino, I always wait. I never do day of because the sales are so good. I'm just like, I'll just wait and get it on a sale. Well, again, you're the third person that's mentioned that to me. So I think I'm going to probably just keep my Olive and call it a day. I think I'm going to save myself some money because, again, I don't care what people say about quality this, quality that, the way it's supposed to look, the way it's not. Man, if things are going to be dark and I have to mess with my TV, I'd rather not. I'd rather just keep an HD version like the Blu-ray I have and call it a day. Now, I ran into that same problem with High Tension. I love Second Sight Films. I know the director helped them with the transfer, so I understand he wanted to take a lot of the saturation out. He felt like it looked a little bit blown out on the earlier editions, dumbed the colors way down, darkened it up a little bit. And to be quite honest, was it sharp? Sure. But it wasn't as nice of a watch as my old Lionsgate DVD. I think Lionsgate put it out. Blu-ray. So I did a post on my Instagram saying if you have the Blu-ray of High Tension and you haven't bought the Second Sight Films, I'd probably say you can save $40 because there's a lot of things on the Lionsgate version that isn't on the 4K, such as audio dub. That's not on there. I think there's even some features that didn't port over. So, like I said, everybody's got their different opinion on how they like to watch things. I really don't care if it says 4K or Blu-ray next to the title of my movie. It does not mean two shits to me. If two movies come out at the same time and it says, hey, here's your choice, Blu-ray or 4K, I'll choose the 4K. But for something I already own that I'm happy with, to have to upgrade, it doesn't matter. I will stick to my Boogans. I will stick to my High Tension. Unfortunately, like I said, I already opened the Second Sight and whatnot. So what's up, Vanderhoff? Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I did one of these probably a couple of years ago. I did one by myself. I did a part 2 with Pizzal on his channel. We did it together. And this is probably the third time I've ever done a show like this. I've mentioned movies in the past when people have asked me, but nothing that I've really had to dig deep and like think about and pull movies off the shelf and whatnot. So yeah, this is the first time in a while. That's right. Rad's Men Assemble, baby. Twist Truck. I am good, man. How are you doing? Totally, man. What's up, Total Meltdown? I will get back to that for sure. Shock 'em Dead. What's up, Tabata Vision? Go check out Brandon, my boy over at Tabata Vision, the dirty man. Upgraded to 8K. I mean, I have a Shock 'em Dead Blu-ray. I'm kind of fine with it. I'm kind of okay with that. I don't need anything else. Witch Hunter, that if I didn't say hi, I'm sorry. How are you? Did you watch The Caller, dude? Mama Blu-ray, what is going on? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Hope all is well with you, Bonnie. Let's see. Adrian James is in the house. Yeah, the only version it does is a Japanese version. Correct. Now, that's what's going to get tricky about what I'm going to talk about tonight. is, again, if there's anything that I bring up, because again, I just was going by memory, you might say, hey, that already has a release. Tell me, because again, I don't know 100% if some of these have releases. Now, if they have a release in overseas or something like that, you can let me know, but I'm mainly talking about US releases or something that's easily available or a nice new edition. So that I don't know for sure. Fight the Good Fight. What is up, man? Dallas Jones, how are you? Betamax, what is going on? People keep talking about that. I've never seen Kid Caught. I've never seen that movie. People talk about that all the time, but I'm only talking about horror tonight, so that won't be on here until next time. Yes, Mama Blu-ray is right. Hit that like button. Yes, it is on the top of that list for sure. The Prowler, I believe, I don't know 100%. It might have a 4K. I don't know. I think Blue Underground has it. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Not everybody would agree with us, but I do. I agree with it. That's going to be a problem, right? But it's like I'm very picky on kind of what I'm upgrading now in 4K. If you see my 4K shelf, like on my studio releases, it's tiny. Like it's tiny. I probably studio release 4Ks. I don't know. Maybe I have 20, maybe. But I have a lot of 4Ks when it comes to boutique labels. But you're right. Like I don't have much plans on doing a lot of upgrading after this. Maybe some of my favorites, but that's probably it. It's been a while. I've been doing this a long time, and from VHS to DVD, from DVD to Blu-ray, from Blu-ray, it gets a lot, and things are only getting more expensive. I think that's kind of where, the line was crossed for me. It's like that was kind of like the last straw. It was just like the prices. So I'm really being picky on what I'm doing now. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm good with what I have. Sure, man. You can lick the like button. Lick the like button. Let's see. All right. Mayanne, how are you? Go check out Mayanne. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for popping in. Scratch, how are you doing? Yeah, we got to get this going, Big Cass. I appreciate that. We will. Okay. And then I'll get back to the chat. Okay. All right. So again, I cannot see the chat. I cannot see the stream. There is over 60 people in here right now. So please hit the like button. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Let's get 50 likes. 50 likes. Let's get 50 likes right now. Okay, as I break into the first one. All right, now I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown on all these if I can. I don't want to be here all night, but the first one I'm going to talk about actually did have a Blu-ray. It had a Blu-ray, kind of a standard bare bones Blu-ray, and it went out of print really quick, and it is very hard to find now. I do have the DVD, and this is something I would love to see upgraded. I know there's a lot of problems with this movie. I don't know if that is what's stopping this from getting another release or not, but that is Twilight Zone, the movie. Twilight Zone, the movie, is something that I absolutely love. Look at this nice slip here. Look at that. It's like a hologram, right? I love this movie. I know that, like I said, there's a lot of drama with the movie itself, with the making of it. And I don't know if that's what's holding up any kind of new release, but it's just odd to me. Let me see what company put this out. It's just odd to me that we haven't seen this again. This is a Warner Brothers DVD, which I assume the Blu-ray is a Warner Brothers Blu-ray. So, man, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but it's beyond ready for an upgrade, because I think this thing came out when the Blu-ray came out. I think pretty close. This came out in let me see what year this DVD came out. 2007. So I'm thinking that the Blu-ray must have been right around that time, because I'm almost positive maybe they came out around the same time. And I may have not been transitioned to Blu-ray at that point. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna see if anybody else says anything about that. Let me see. No, nobody's mentioned it. But yeah, I would say 100% Twilight Zone needs an upgrade. Now this one, I know it had like a Canadian release, but you guys let me know. Is that all that this has? But I think we're due for a Black Xmas upgrade as well. 4K, Blu-ray, whatever. I think this screams Scream Factory. I think this would be one that they could probably pop out. Dimensions got it, so it would be cool to see Scream Factory do a cool edition of Black Xmas. And I see a couple of people chiming in the chat. So I'm only going to talk about horror upgrades today. So I know there's a lot non-horror stuff, but those are what I'm going to talk about today. Oh, hell yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. It's a great, great scene. It's so random, too. It's so random. See, like, to me, like, I don't care about this is not what I'm going to talk about tonight. Like, I'm fine with my Scream Factory Blu-ray. Like, I don't need this. You know, I don't like really talking about, you know, getting an upgrade of a movie that, like, I just bought within the last, like, 5 years. I'm fine. I think the Scream Factory Blu-ray is a fantastic addition. Would it look great in 4K? Maybe. Maybe a little better. But I'm talking movies that are, like, long overdue for an upgrade. Long overdue. All right. The next one is going to be The Willies. The Willies, which is a very, very cool horror anthology. It's almost like a more kid version of Creepshow, I would say. Very cool movie. I remember renting this thing on Halloween night as a kid and watching it with my neighbor, and we loved it. We actually did a full review on that movie. I think it might have been Brandon, me, and Christian, I think. Brandon, was it me, you, and Christian? No, it might have been me, Christian, and Ken. We did do a show on that on Christian at Planet CHH's channel, I think like a year or so ago. But The Willies is a movie that I absolutely loved growing up. And I can't wait to see if somebody can put this thing out. I mean, such a cool movie. I'm wondering why it hasn't gotten any kind of cooler release, you know, from that. No. Castle Freak 4K? I don't care about that. I've got a good full moon Blu-ray. I don't really need that upgraded right now. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, I know I do have the Blu-ray of that from Full Moon. I mean, I'm good with what I have with that. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I agree totally. All right. I love the new shirt, guys. Look at. If anybody remembers that old brand Bad Boy from the 90s, got a little Born to Be Rad version here. It's up on the store right now at shop.born2beRad.com. We do have a sale going on right now. I think everything is like $16, so go check it out. We got a couple new designs. We got the old classic designs. If you want to look a little more rad this year, go grab some of that stuff. That's right. Total Meltdown. That's probably what the issue is with. I totally forgot about that. You're right. You are correct, sir. Maybe that is the issue. The next one is a movie. Now, this one, you could tell me right now it has an upgrade. It has a nice addition. I was a little bit off on this one. I know it did have a Twilight Time Blu-ray, and I had it and I sold it. And I don't know why I sold it, because I think this is all I have. And that is The Vanishing with Kiefer Sutherland. Now, would I say this is horror? It's like a thriller, so I'm going to kind of categorize it here with this grouping, because it is like a thriller. Now, some of these thrillers I kind of leave in my horror section or whatnot. But The Vanishing, let me know if this is something that's available outside the Twilight Time release, which is long out of print. That's interesting, Dallas. Okay, it makes sense now. But yeah, guys, let me know. Does Vanishing have another release? I mean, this is Jeff Bridges, Keith Sutherland, Sandra Bullock. Like, I mean, this is a definite movie that needs to be upgraded if it hasn't been upgraded yet. That one I was a little unsure of. I was a little bit unsure if that had a nice release outside the Twilight time release. Now, this next one, this is another one. It could have a release. It could. It's from Warner Brothers. I think this is what kind of like Warner Archive collection, I believe. And it is Looker, the Michael Crichton film. Let me know, guys, if you have seen this or if this has another edition, because this is a fantastic movie. Such a good movie. I'm trying to think when this came out. 81. So this is an early movie for him. Like I said, is it straight horror? No. It's got horror elements to it, but this is one that really needs an upgrade if it doesn't have one. I could have missed it. It could have passed me by. But regardless, this is a movie that you all should check out. Highly recommended. A rad recommendation from me on this one. So definitely check out Looker if you haven't seen it. And guys, let me know if Looker has another edition. That's the only one I have. Yeah, The Vanishing and Breakdown did come around the same time. And I always got them confused for a long time. All right. Now the next one is another archive collection. I think this may have gotten an archive Blu-ray, but it's been a while, and I think this needs to have a really nice edition. And it's a movie called Bad Ronald. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Bad Ronald. You know, the Warner Archive, they're not the greatest. Even if this was a Blu-ray, it's kind of like made to order kind of thing. But to get this in a nice edition, this was like a made-for-TV movie back in the day. Let me know if anybody remembers Bad Ronald, but I do not think this has like a current Blu-ray edition of this or 4K. But yeah, this is a real good like gateway. I would say gateway horror movie. If anybody hasn't seen this. Yeah, Nikki X, what's going on? Yeah, for sure. Definitely a cool movie. Definitely a cool movie. All right. I'm just kind of skimming through these because I know I have a lot here. Let me see. Warner Brothers Archive. Okay, so it's probably still available because those are pretty much made to order. Little Girl Down the Lane is a good movie as well. Now, does that... I have that DVD. I actually almost brought it with me, but I thought maybe it had an upgrade already. Corey Cunningham remind you of Bad Ronald. Now, The Darkness. Are you talking about the vampire one? Which one are we talking about? Yeah, that's the only one it had. It's way out of print. That's why I grabbed it, because it only had a Vanishing Twilight time release, and those were very limited. All right, now this next one, I'm almost positive doesn't have an upgrade because I would have bought it, but this thing would look so nice on a 4K. It would look fan-freaking-tastic. And that is Lenora. I don't know if Lemora. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Lemora. A Child's Tale of the Supernatural. It's a very it's a horror movie, but it's a very much based almost like a children's book or like a fantasy. I'm trying to see if they word it here. This is a Synapse DVD, and it's such a great looking movie. And I think this really needs to be upgraded because I just think this would look so good. The colors in this are fantastic. A lot of neons. But it's just, it feels like a dream. And it's a real cool movie. If anybody has not seen this, Scratch says, "Oh no," Cass says, "Don May screenshots of HD." Yeah, man, this would have looked so great. What's up, Gory Tiger? Okay, that shot on video vampire flick. I do remember that actually. But yeah, definitely one that I think deserves an upgrade. It would look fantastic with an upgrade. If you've never seen this movie, I highly recommend Lemora to check this one out. I love this movie. All right. Now, this one was kind of like, maybe Scream Factory or somebody can grab it. I don't think this has a Blu-ray. And it's Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg. It seems like something that we would get from Scream Factory, perhaps. Let me know. Santa's Sleigh have a Blu-ray, or is this it? Is this all we got? But I think it's one of those kind of fun Christmas movies that may get another life with an upgrade. Maybe more people would be into it to get a new life if it got a little bit of an upgrade there. All right. This next one. Oh my God, that's so funny. You said that, Dallas. I had that in my hand to bring out, and I was like, I'll wait and maybe do a part 2 and talk about Cry Wolf. But you're right, it does have Scream Factory written all over it. All right, this next one, part of me feels like maybe somebody put this out, but if they did, it's probably not available much anymore. It's 1987's Body Count. It's like a slasher. David Hess is in it. So definitely one that I would love to see an upgrade to. I mean, this is actually a bootleg, so this as far as I know, this is still stuck on on VHS. So again, still probably stuck on VHS. Slasher. Wouldn't mind checking this thing out. Ruggero Deodato and David Hess. So I'm a big Hess fan, so it'd be cool to see this again. Yeah, they did make a lot of movies called Body Count. They've got the other one with Alyssa Milano. Yeah, correct. Yes, it is, Brian. What's up, Brian? Check out Brian Goes Blue. Yeah, it is the Deodato one. Yep. And Cody's in the house. Dude who loves movies, go check out Cody. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Yeah, guys, roundhouse kick the like button. So you're saying is there an overseas upgrade Blu-ray of that movie? I only have the DVD of it. The Hellraiser one can stay there. I want nothing to do with that movie. I thought it was terrible. I do have The Babysitter on Blu-ray, but it's like an unofficial Blu-ray that I got, and I think The Babysitter is a fantastic movie. I did hear The Babysitter is going to get a real release, though. I mean, I have a solid release of Freaked on Blu-ray, and I almost brought it to the table, and then I was like, is it horror? Is it not? But I do have that Anchor Bay Blu-ray of Freaked. I just didn't bring it with me. Carnosaur. I'll take Barbarian on an upgrade. Heck yes, I would. I have Carnosaur. That would be interesting. I'm sure we're gonna get Carnosaur, to be honest with you. I'm almost positive we'll see that. Okay. This is one that if you guys haven't seen, I highly recommend. It's a 90s, and it's a freaky horror movie, man. And it is Strangeland. It's funny that no one's touched this movie. A lot of these artisan movies are stuck on DVD for some reason. So where those things went, I have no idea. But Strangeland is one that I highly recommend. What year did this come out? This has got to be like 95, 90, 98. 98 for this bad boy. 98. Let me see. Yeah, D. Snyder. That's a good movie, man. Good movie. Captain Howdy. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're just doing horror tonight. So next time I do non-horror, you'll probably see that on there. What's up, Tyson? No, not that one. Not that one. We're talking about the Netflix movie Babysitter. Oh, 100%. I can easily see that happening in the future. 100%. So wait, so Lionsgate has all the artists and stuff. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, see, a lot of love for Strangeland. Yep. Yeah, a lot of people like Strangeland, man, and that thing is stuck. It is so stuck right now. I would love to see Strangeland. Now, this next one, I'm going to talk about this and then something else. So this, I could definitely see Vinegar Syndrome doing. Who owns this one? Oh, Lionsgate owns it. Pinocchio's Revenge. I know this is kind of a fan favorite when it comes to upgrades. And Rumpelstiltskin, which I sold a long time ago because I thought for sure we were going to get that movie. It was rumored to be coming out, and I sold my DVD for a lot of money, and it never came. So shame on me, and I've learned my lesson on doing stuff like that. So now I do not have Rumpelstiltskin anymore. I was talking to TerraVision about it because I know they're releasing the soundtracks and stuff, and nobody seems to have any answers on what's going on with it. But if I was Vinegar Syndrome, I would do a Pinocchio's Revenge and Rumpelstiltskin like set, like a double pack or something, kind of like they did with would they do that with? They did it with two movies, Slaughterhouse Rock and something else. But that would be super cool to get those two together. So yeah, Pinocchio's Revenge is one that I think definitely is an upgrade. Again, this came from 1996. I'm trying to see when this DVD came out. I've had this thing forever. Strangeland is cool for sure. It's definitely like a mid-90s horror movie. There's got some pretty crazy stuff in it. That's crazy, man. Damn. I don't know. I was just looking at that one too on my shelf. Let me see. All right, now this one did have a Blu-ray, but it's long out of print, and I'm like, you know what? I never picked it up. I just had the DVD, and I'm like, I wouldn't mind getting this upgraded to a nice HD transfer, and that's Humongous, which again is an 80s flick, and I know someone put this out. It might have been like Scorpion or something like that, but I didn't end up grabbing it, and I kind of regret it. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that on an upgrade. I'm pretty sure the Blu-ray is long out of print now. Let's see. What's up, Ken? Just got my original of Arrows. Invasion of the Body Snatchers in 4K 78. Ooh. That must look good on 4K. Scream Factory. They could, but they should. Who knows? Crow's coming. It's coming. You got the Humongous on Blu-ray. It is Scorpion. Okay, yeah. Humongous on 4K. I'll take it. I need an upgrade. I've only got the DVD. I didn't end up getting the Blu-ray for some weird reason, and now I regret it. All right, so we're gonna move on. I got a whole other stack over here. Okay. Now, this is two movies, and I think that they both need upgrades. I know one of them has a Twilight time release, and it's long out of print. And the other one, I don't know for sure if this ever got a Blu-ray release, but these are both cool movies. And I have them on a double pack, and it's Alien Nation and Enemy Mine. Alien Nation is such a freaking cool-ass movie. I wouldn't even say it's horror. I would say that it's sci-fi action. But It's really cool. And I remember as a kid, there was like a show, but the first original movie is the real deal. Like the real deal. James Caan is in this. Basically, he's aliens are just like regular people, right? Like they walk the streets like a regular person. It takes place, I don't know if it's New York City, but it takes place Los Angeles. So it's like they are in the city, and it's like that grimy city life with a lot of crime going on, and the crimes are being done by humans and aliens. And this guy's partner is an alien, like on the force. So it's just really, really cool movie that I love so much. And Enemy Mine's a great movie as well. And I was talking about the Twilight Time movie, the Blu-ray that I had, and when Arrow released that Empire of Screams or whatever it was called DVD Blu-ray, I thought for sure Enemy Mine was in there. So I sold my Twilight Time Blu-ray, and when I got my Arrow in, I realized that it was Arena and not Enemy Mine. So I was like, no, I thought it was Enemy Mine, not Arena. Like I got them confused. So I sold my Twilight Time Enemy Mine, but I do still have it on DVD packed with this Alien Nation, which both cool, but I love Alien Nation. So let me know if that has a Blu-ray. Alien Nation does. And like I said, I see someone says something about Enemy Mine. Yeah, I know it's long out of print. It's been out of print for years. It's from Twilight Time. I owned it. I had it. And I just recently sold it probably within the last year. But I mean, I wanted to talk more or less about Alien Nation, but Enemy Mine, yeah, we do need a new edition of that because I know a lot of people don't own it because it is long out of print. But yeah, man, like, did they? They did. I will try to track that down if it's still available. Oh, they did both. Okay. Are they still available? I mean, I would absolutely love to get an Alien Nation on a nice HD. It's just a cool movie. It's kind of gritty, like with the anything James Caan too is like so freaking good. I really, really dig Alien Nation. I don't know if you guys are fans of it or not, but very, very cool movie if you guys haven't seen it. Now, going back to selling stuff prematurely, which I already did with Enemy Mine, I already did with The Vanishing, I already did with Rumpelstiltskin, right? Here's another Garrett sold something prematurely, and that is Dead Alive. Now, Dead Alive is a movie that we all want to see upgraded. And I had the Lionsgate Blu-ray, and I sold it for big bucks, thinking in my head, oh my God, Scream Factory's going to put this out. No time. It's going to be fine. And that was like probably, I must have sold that in like maybe 2016, maybe. But I did have the DVD still. So, you know, I had that to fall back on. But I thought for sure we'd have a nice edition of this now. But yeah, Dead Alive is such a fantastic movie. And I saw the people talking about Bad Taste, and I agree. Bad Taste needs it again. I didn't bring Bad Taste to the table. I do own the DVD of it. I think Anchor Bay did it perhaps, but I agree. I think Bad Taste is another one that could use a nice upgrade as well. But yeah, this is definitely one that that everybody wants to see upgraded, and it's long overdue. I think the show I'm pretty sure the show was based off the movie. Let me see. Yeah, I keep hearing that Jackson's working on stuff, but he keeps going back and doing other stuff. Oh, heck yeah. That VHS cover is one for the record books there. I mean, how many people this scared in a video store, or one that you never forgot, right? But yeah, now this next one, there's plenty of movies with the same title that I'm going to talk about here, so a lot of people might get confused. This was a made-for-TV movie, and it is one that I think more people need to see. I don't know how available this DVD still is. It could be. I don't remember. I mean, I don't know. I didn't look it up, but this is Fortress. Very cool movie. Now, I know there's another one, I think with Lance Henriksen, I believe. I have that one as well. I think I even spawned a sequel. But this was like a made-for-TV movie. HBO put this out, and we know how that works. You know, we haven't had enough issues with getting the Hitcher out. This is one that I would love to see get a cool HD upgrade because it's a cool movie. It really, really is a cool movie. And if you guys haven't checked it out, I don't know. It's probably on YouTube, I'm guessing. But it is one that I think definitely deserves more eyeballs. So, you know, it is made for TV movie. Can someone put this out? Maybe. I don't know. It could be something like Umbrella or Viavision will put out maybe someday. But definitely pretty cool. Let me see. Yeah, it's Australian. Correct. Okay, we got a couple people in here. What's up, Katrina? We're just talking about horror movies that need upgrades on physical media. I don't sell so much stuff, dude. I have such a big collection. Sometimes I have to make choices, man. It's either I tote things away and stick them in a bin forever, or if something's worth money, then I'm gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna sell it off. Sometimes I do it prematurely if I think something's gonna be coming out, because once it's announced, you know, those DVDs lose a lot of value. So that's why sometimes I've prematurely sold some stuff, but I usually only sell stuff that I have like a backup of some kind. Rumpelstiltskin was the exception to that rule, for sure. I never saw Edison Twins, but I love Erie, Indiana. And yeah, that should get a nice upgrade as well. If, you know, I don't know how that all kind of works. As far as with TV shows, Hack-A-Lantern I have a great Blu-ray. I don't know if it's out of print, but Hack-A-Lantern has a fantastic Blu-ray. It's got a nice slipcover and everything. I am a big fan of Hack-A-Lantern, actually. Let me see. All right. This one is one a lot of people want upgraded. It definitely deserves it. It's a horror classic. 1981, and it's Blood Beach. So Blood Beach is one that is definitely due. I don't know the deal with this one. I don't know. This is a pretty well-known horror movie from the 80s. So I don't know why this is still kind of stuck, and it's been stuck. But this is definitely one I'd love to see someone get their hands on. I mean, I'm almost positive a lot of these companies must have tried. But like I could see Vinegar Syndrome putting this out, but this would be a real cool release if somebody can somehow get Blood Beach. I don't know the issue with it at all. No idea. Let me see. Yeah, definitely check it out. I just talked about that one, Ken. I'm pretty sure that's the one I just talked about. Yeah, I'm really happy with the one I have. I don't know how available it is still. It could be. Probably without the slipcover, I bet you can get it. Yeah, John Saxon's in that. I didn't bring Trick or Treat to the table because we know that's coming. It's just being held up right now. It's definitely late. It was supposed to be in October. I heard March, but I wouldn't hold my breath because I figured if it was March, we would have heard a lot more about it now. Actually, that's a great one. You know what? I totally forgot to bring that in. Hello, Mary Lou. Yes. I'm going to have to do a part 2 horror because I do have all the prom nights and I totally forgot to bring that to the table. But I would love to see Hello, Mary Lou get it. Mosquito has a nice Blu-ray from Synapse. As far as if it's still available, I don't know. But I definitely own it. But yeah, good call, David. I totally forgot to bring that one out. All of them, actually. The 2, 3, and 4. All right. This is one I've been championing championing since I started the channel. And this is like one of my favorites movies that does not have an upgrade. That's literally stuck on VHS. This is a bootleg DVD that I have, and it's Summer Camp Nightmare. This is one of the coolest 80s summer camp horror movies ever made. And this was supposed to get an official release on DVD because I had it pre-ordered on Amazon. And then it got dropped and Amazon canceled my order. This was many, many years ago. So I don't know what the deal is with this one. It could be a music issue, maybe. But this is something that I think people would go berserk for if it came out. And I only say that because I don't know how many people have seen this. And when I say they'd go berserk, it's because I think when more people start to check this one out, because it's going to be more available, they're really going to love this one. So Summer Camp Nightmare is one that I always talk about, and one that is like on the top of my list for an upgrade. Now, Killer Clowns in 4K, would it be cool? Yes. Do I need it? No. I love it, but I have a very nice Arrow Video Blu-ray that I'm fine with for now. Clown House, we'll never see it, so I didn't even bring it to the table. I do, lucky enough, have the DVD that was pulled from the shelves like a couple months after it was released, so I do have that. And I'm happy to have it because I really don't think we'll ever see that movie, ever. I do remember Scream Factory mentioning that they were going to do it, and then we just never heard from it again. Wait a minute. I don't know if I've ever seen The Club. Is that technically Prom Night 5? Now, I don't know anything about that movie. The Dark Half has a nice Blu-ray already. Yes. What's up, D-Shaw? Chuck Connors. He is in that Summer Camp Nightmare. Yes. Yes. you can't wait for Teeth to have a Blu-ray, huh? Ugh. Unfortunately, I'm not. I don't know if it's my lighting. I don't know if it's that it's 12 o'clock. I have no idea, but absolutely not. Garbage Pail Kids has a nice Blu-ray already. What's up, Retro? What's up, Retro? All right, so we've got this one. This could have a Blu-ray. I don't know, but it's a pretty cool alien movie, like alien abduction movie, and it's called Metamorphosis. Let me know if this does have a Blu-ray or not. I don't know. This is a Lionsgate film. I'm trying to see what year this came out. I can't even see the year on this. But let me know if anybody has remembers this movie, Metamorphosis. I'm a sucker for alien movies as well, so anything like that, sucker for that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it could have a Blu-ray. I don't know. I just saw it on my shelf and was like, let me bring this one to the table because I don't think it does, and I know I like it. So, now this one. Oh, I think you could be right. I think you could be right. You might be right, man. I'll have to check that out. All right, this was one that I know everybody kind of wants. Slasher movie from the 80s. I believe it's the 80s. Yeah, 1980, and that is Home Sweet Home. This one is stuck on VHS. This is a bootleg DVD, by the way. So as far as I know, this is pretty much stuck on VHS. I'm pretty sure. But this definitely needs to be upgraded in some capacity. Blu-ray or 4K, whatever. Don't know the issue with it. I'm sure that's one that many people have tried to get. but for whatever reason, they just weren't able to. But yeah, Home Sweet Home. If anybody's a big fan of that, let me know why I grab a new stack to bring to the table. So again, we got more stuff. All right. So as we move on the list, again, I showed you a bunch so far of movies that I would love to see get some upgrades this year that are just kind of stuck on these old formats. This is the big daddy of them all. I'll talk about this now. And it's the Elm Street collection. This is the cool DVD set that we have. I do have that crappy Blu-ray set. I do have the DVDs with the red. But this is the cool box set, which I'm showing this because we need something along these lines for Elm Street. And I know that's like the big daddy of something that needs a proper upgrade, and I 100% agree. Because I think that it's just something that it's a shame. It's a damn shame that those movies are still sitting in crappy DVD form, packaging and whatnot on this rinky-dink little box set. It's sad. These movies are sharing discs. It's awful. So hopefully we start seeing some movement on this and we get this thing, because the longer we wait, I think the more annoyed people are going to get. So, man, I would love to see this thing get announced very, very soon. All right. Just kind of trying to graze through this Bloody Murder. I do have those on DVD. Yeah, Lionsgate does own those as well. They do own those as well. What's up, Bog? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, here's one. We already got Watchers 2, but what about Watchers 1 with Corey Haim? That is a movie that definitely deserves an upgrade. It is long overdue. I don't know the issue. There seems to be a lot of issue with Corey Haim movies for some reason. Like, if you think about a lot of his movies, besides Lost Boys, Firstborn, I think, is still available. But, I mean, that's not really he's in it, but he's not like a main star. But all the movies where he's like a main star are just kind of gone. Like, I have License to Drive and Lucas on Blu-ray, but they're both way out of print, and I don't know if there's any light at the end of the tunnel to get those back again. So there's something going on, I think, when it comes to that, because if you look, it's like there's so many Corey Haim movies that are stuck on VHS and DVD. Like, it's crazy. So I don't really know what the deal is with that, but I would love to see a Watchers set. I mean, I know Scream Factory put out Watchers 2, and I'm almost positive they could get Watchers 1. They would have, because they're both from Artisan. So I mean, I would assume if they got part 2, they were try to get part 1. There's also a part 3, and I think there's also a part 4. So, you know, Watchers. I'm all for box sets. If they can get all 4 Watchers, let's roll. Let's roll. Yeah, Horror Collector said the same thing. A Watchers box set. Let's see. Oh, 100%. Agree. You can't. You really can't. Yeah, man, the same thing. Every time I post those or showcase those, people are like, how do you have those? You know, because they came and went very quickly. But yeah, don't get rid of those, man. Don't get rid of those. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you for the tip on that before I sold this one. Thank you, man. All right. So the next one I talked about briefly, you guys didn't look back. I did do a show ranking Romero where I ranked all George Romero's films. So I talked about this one, and I'm going to talk about it again because it's been sitting here since I did the show. This movie, Bruiser. I would love to see Bruiser make its way on Blu-ray. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And I think with a proper upgrade, I think it might get a little bit more love than it does. because I mean, it feels very 90s, which is not a bad thing, but I think it's one that people should probably check out again. I think it's pretty cool. Well, good news is Dream a Little Dream just came out on Blu-ray from Vestron not too long ago, so you can probably easily hunt that down. Oh, thank you, man. I'm glad you. Appreciate you watching that, man. I appreciate that. Bruiser has a DVD. I don't know if Synapse did it. I mean, I can look, but I don't think so. I have it on like that multi-pack, and I also have it, I think, Lionsgate. Let me see who put this out. Yeah, Lionsgate has a standalone DVD, and it said like exclusive to Walmart on the top. That's the other one I have. Did it? Well, if that's the case, that's cool for sure. That's the same dog? Oh, I'm gonna check that out when I'm done. All right, now this one has a Blu-ray, and I'm going to showcase the Blu-ray because I know it's one that a lot of people want to see because it is very hard to get now. And that is Near Dark. Now, Near Dark has been promised for a long time that somebody's working on a 4K, but I don't see it happening. I don't really see the wheels turning. So I'd really love to see this get a new edition, just because I know for most people, this isn't one that they have because it kind of came and went as well. And this is another Lionsgate one that Lionsgate put this out, and it was actually pretty cheap. Like, it was like, I don't know, when it came out, $10, $12. And now this thing is like very, very hard to come by. Yeah, I agree. It's very hard to come by. And when you do, it's super expensive for sure. You don't like the cover, huh? You don't like that Twilight cover? They were trying to look at, you don't like Edward? Look at him. I love this movie. But yeah, you could tell that when this came out, it was right around the Twilight times. They were really trying to capitalize on that. I'm not sure if it worked, but it's a cool movie. I love Near Dark. Let me see. Oh, he said no horror for that line. Interesting. Oh yeah, I almost brought that one out, but I was like, I'll show the Blu-ray because I don't have a lot of Blu-rays on the table here. But yeah, that's my favorite as well. Possibly, yep. All right. VHS time, and that is for Elves. I talk about this all the time. This is one of my top picks for upgrades that I want. Like I said, I talk about Summer Camp Nightmare. I talk about Elves all the time. This one needs an upgrade, please. This is another one that TerraVision has done a lot of stuff with as far as soundtracks and whatnot. And I've talked to them about getting the rights to the movie, and they said there was an issue with that. And I don't know the problem, man, but why can't we get a nice upgraded version of Elves? Because this is like one of those guilty pleasure movies for me. I love Elves, and I hate recommending it because I think a lot of people might be like, this is a piece of shit. Why did you recommend Elves to me? But I love it. I love Elves. So yeah. Oh yeah, I know. So with Studio Canal, I know somebody teased it for a 4K, but never. Yeah. So yeah, Elves. And the next movie that I have on VHS, I think, is stuck on VHS. Republic Pictures put this out, and it's a movie called Paperboy. That came out, I think, in the early 90s. Let me see if I can find a date on here. 94. Paperboy came out. And this is one that I think is just stuck on VHS. And it's an okay movie. It's not amazing, but it's a movie that I think more people would probably dig if they checked it out. This VHS is one that has been stuck in my head on the horror shelves as a kid because, growing up in the 80s, in the early 90s, I loved a video game called Paperboy. So when I saw there was a horror movie called Paperboy, I was very drawn to that thing for a long time. I was like, oh, what's that movie? I want to get that movie Paperboy. I want to rent Paperboy because I always thought about the video game. But yeah, it's a cool movie, and I don't know what the deal is with it. We got one person who's into that, for sure. You thought it was Sigourney Weaver on the thing. Oh my god. So okay, so it was a made-for-TV movie. Okay. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple more here. All right. Hell yeah, Paperboy was bomb. Scratch says, remember Junior for 85? Guy busting through a cover with a chainsaw, also stuck on VHS. Yes, it is. The next one I'm going to talk about is Junior. Look at that, man. It says, first you saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then you met Freddy at Nightmare on Elm Street. Now meet Junior, a cut above the rest. Junior. Yeah, this thing needs an upgrade. I mean, it's just stuck. I don't know. I figure a lot of people know it. So I don't know why hasn't been upgraded at all. So wild. I think so. Psycho Cop doesn't have. I swear I have Psycho Cop 1. Maybe I have the DVD of it. Maybe I have the DVD of Psycho Cop. Maybe. I definitely have Psycho Cop. I know I do. Wow, Lionsgate. We gotta just do a Lionsgate rant soon. Try to get all these movies in one hit. Oh my god, I would love that. I would love that. They should, for sure. All right, the next one is an Anchor Bay title, or they put out the DVD. It's stuck on DVD, and it's Cheerleader Camp. And I would love this. Betsy Russell. I love Betsy Russell. So this is one. Look, I mean, that iconic poster art. That's one from the VHS store that stuck in your head for forever and ever and ever. Yeah, I would love to see an upgrade of this. I really, really would. Cheerleader Camp. Classic slasher from the 80s. Now this one does have a nice Blu-ray, but unfortunately it's out of print. At least the big box edition is. And this is a personal one for me. I would like it upgraded to 4K because for selfish reasons, I didn't buy the Arrow Video one. I do have this on Blu-ray in a Steelbook box set. So, I mean, I do have it, but I always want to kind of get this upgraded on... I do wish I had the Arrow one, and that is Bride of Reanimator. And I think it's coming. I don't think it's gone. But I never bought that big box, and I just want it to go with my Reanimator one that I have, so I can go side by side. But very cool movie. And like I said, I just threw this out there just because, like, you know what? I missed the Blu-ray from Arrow. I want to get the big box edition, so 4K would be the next best thing. I think 4Ks and Reanimator would look pretty good just because of all the colors and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean that one was kind of like a iffy one, but yeah, I just figured I'd throw that out there. Oh wow, $90. Interesting, yeah. What's up, Giz? Yeah, but I mean, is it overseas release? 976 Evil 2 does have a Blu-ray, I believe. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. It does have a DVD release. I think it's part of like a triple pack or something. I have it somewhere. I just don't know who has it. Yeah, it's either maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's only on that 8-pack or whatever that I have. Oh wait, it wasn't a hard box? I thought it was, no? Maybe it was a small one? I don't know. I'm okay with Kane not coming to 4K. Stigmata. Stigmata. I mean, if it's the Stigmata, I mean, I think everybody's putting Stigmata out, right? The one with what's her name there? I'm losing my mind. Kristen from Elm Street 3. Is that Stigmata? That's got, I think, Scream Factory's done it. Yeah, the original Vanishing is better. Let me see. Sorry, I've got a lot of people coming through the chat. Yeah, so a couple of people just released it recently too, but Scream Factory also has it. Patricia Arquette, yeah. Terror on Tour. I didn't bring that to the table. I have a bootleg of it, but I'm sure that's probably coming. All right, we've got 65 people in here, gang. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit the like. If you're not subscribed, sub to the channel. I forgot about this one. What's up, Irvy? I forgot to bring Ghost of Mars to the table. That's not a bad one. I think that's like the only Carpenter movie that doesn't have a Blu-ray, right? So let's get it up there. All right, this next one is another Anchor Bay one. It's a really good movie. It's called Pin. Now, I'm almost positive this probably has some upgrade in the world somewhere. Just definitely not here in the States, because I would have been all over it. But this is a fantastic movie. Fantastic. If you guys haven't seen Pin, I would highly recommend trying to check this one out. But that is definitely one I'd love to see on Blu-ray here. Now, here's another one nobody really knows much about. I mean, it doesn't ever get talked about. My uncle is a huge fan of this movie. He's been trying to get this on Blu-ray, or at least a nice version. This is a bootleg. Forever. He even wanted this on DVD, and it just wasn't happening. And that's Hunter's Blood. I don't know if anybody is familiar with this one, but it's pretty cool. Backwoods. Check it out. He really likes these kind of movies, and he's been dying to try to get that released. I know he reached out to like Bill from Code Red when he was here. Try to get him to do it. I know he's reached out to somebody over at Diabolic to see if they knew anybody that would try to be able to get it. And yeah, so Hunter's Blood is one that I just want to throw out there in case there are fans of that one, because that is stuck on VHS, I think, still. And this one I think is stuck on DVD, and it's one of those ones that it has a little bit of a cult following. And it's an anthology movie called Campfire Tales. I don't know if anybody remembers this one. It's probably a made-for-TV movie. I'm trying to see what year this came out. I don't know. It was New Line. I can't really see, but this has to be probably 90s. Amy Smart's in it. Let me know if anybody else is a fan of Campfire Tales. Campfire Tales. Campfire Tales came out in 98. 98. Look at that. Gory Tiger knows. He's a big Campfire Tales fan. A lot of people like Campfire Tales. Yeah, that's one that's, you know, when people that know it like it. So it's one of those movies that I'm like, you know what, maybe throwing that out on Blu-ray to get a new audience would be good for the movie. Because it is one that when the people that have seen it actually really enjoy it. Now, this next one I would say would be a cool box set. Now, I may be totally wrong, and the first one may have a Blu-ray, or maybe they both do. But this is a movie that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to start doing a lot more into the 2000s horror movies. very, very soon. I know Dead Pit wanted to be involved, so I've been kind of waiting on them to get it started. But we're working on it. If worst comes to worst, I'll just start it myself. But we're gonna get into more of like the 2000s horror, and some of the real cool movies that came out around those times that maybe not many people talk about. And this first one, at least out of the two, I really liked. And I would say let's get a box set of this. I could see like Scream Factory doing it. I'm going to see who owns it. Anchor Bay had it. And that is Laid to Rest and Chrome Skull. Laid to Rest 2. Anybody a fan of these movies? I thought Chrome Skull, although I thought Laid to Rest was freaking awesome when I saw that for the first time. I thought this was so killer. I actually got the autograph from Nick Principe, who played Chrome Skull, and I actually bought that knife there, so I have it on a display as well, because I was a huge fan of this. I thought this was a very innovative and cool slasher movie back in the day, and I don't know if this has any other editions. It may, but I have them both on DVD, and I think this would be a pretty cool little set for someone to come out with, because this was a pretty damn good movie. Oh, that's cool, man. So Tarantino's a fan of Campfire Tales. That's cool. Cool, man. So you're gonna dig what I've got coming then. What's up, Austin? Yeah, I actually do too. I really do. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Does Laid to Rest have a Blu-ray or no? Because I'd assume if it did, I would have bought it. But maybe it just passed me by. But I definitely think, yeah, they're Anchor Bay. So I know a lot of Anchor Bay stuff is kind of out of print now, more or less. Yeah, David, it is it's better than Part 2. I think Part 2 has Danielle Harris in it, I think. Let me see. Oh, no, yeah, Danielle Harris and Brian Austin Green. Yeah. All right, what do I got coming up? All right. I'm almost done, gang. And I could do a part 2 as well, because there's a lot of movies I didn't bring out. But this is a movie that actually does have a Scream Factory release, but I think it was like Shout Factory, because it was before Scream Factory came out, and it's a double pack. And I like this movie so much that I think it needs its own love. It needs a standalone edition from a company, an Arrow or something like that. And that is a movie called Race with the Devil. Race with the Devil. This is the Anchor Bay version, but like I said, I do have a Blu-ray double pack from Shout Factory, but this is a freaking cool-ass movie if anybody has not seen this one. I love it. Love this movie. Peter Fonda. It's basically about this couple that takes like this motorhome on like a trip, and they run into like a cult, satanic cult, and they see some sacrifices in the woods that they weren't supposed to see, and the satanic cult's trying to chase them down, and they're hunting them down on the road, and that's the race with the devil. Simon, I 100% agree with you, man. It slaps for sure. This is a cool ass movie that I think more people need to check out. So I don't know if you can find. I would try, if you haven't seen this, try on Tubi or something to see Race with the Devil. But like I said, you do have a Blu-ray option in a double pack from Shout Factory. I don't know if it's still available. Like I said, it came out before Scream Factory was even a company, so it could be available. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of cool 2000 movies in there. Some big hits, some ones that we thought were great that maybe people had missed. The next one I'm going to talk about is going to be... I'll get this going. Let me see what I got here. Okay, if it was up to me, I'd make this a box set. A nice box set from somebody. And I'll show the 3 right now. and that is Black Roses. Now, Black Roses is probably one of the top tier movies that I want to see upgraded. 100%. You can put this with Elves and Slumber Camp Nightmare or whatever. Black Roses. I just did a show on Sledgehammer Horror's channel talking about how much I love this movie. And the guy who did this movie did 3 movies, and they're all pretty much MIA right now. And that is Black Roses, Rock and Roll Nightmare, and The Jitters. So how cool would it be to get the John Fasano collection on an upgraded format? Blu-ray, 4K, whatever, but to get all 3 in a nice box set would be sick. And especially because these are the only ones he did, so it's pretty easy, to do something like that. Rock and Roll Nightmare is good. Black Roses is amazing. Jitters, not that good, but in my opinion, it's worth a watch because it's funny, because it's so out there. But yeah, man, these are definites for me. 100%. And I know I saw Vanderhoff mentioning it, and I was purposely ignoring you because I knew I was going to bring them up. So, yeah, I would say search these out. At least this one. This is on Shudder, and I highly recommend checking it out because Black Roses, in my opinion, is the best horror heavy metal horror movie ever. I love Trick or Treat, but I would choose Black Roses over Trick or Treat, and that's just me. It's got similarities, it's got differences, but in my opinion, I like Black Roses better. I think the music's better. I love the idea of a band coming into a small town and the parents, thinking it's the devil, but the kids, trying to explain to them that it's not, and the cheesy 80s special effects that are just so freaking gnarly. I love it. That's my favorite heavy metal horror movie of all time. That would be cool, actually. That would be cool. Trilogy of Terror, great movie. It does have a Blu-ray from Kino. I'm pretty sure it's still available. Look at this. We got love for Black Roses. Sick. Yeah, man. For sure. I don't own that, and it is something that's been in my Amazon carts for a long time, and I just never could get one for the price I wanted to pay. But 100%, I want that in my collection for sure. Let me see. Ocean Chicks. Karen, what's going on? Oh, you're going to see it. You got to check it out. Now, here's the difference, right? Like, I understand more people will be like, oh, Sammy Kerr or Trick or Treat. That's a little bit more... I'm going to say Black Roses is like very hair band metal with like ballads and stuff like that. So I could see if that's not people's cup of tea when it comes to heavy metal, they might be like, oh, it's lame, but I love that stuff. So that's why I think it's one that people should check out. Oh, you're welcome, man. Thanks for checking it out. Fair.com. I wasn't a fan of that one. I think it could stay on a Snapper Case DVD. Let's see. Mike, what's up, dude? Thanks, dude, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you for popping in the stream. Like I said, it's late night. Where are you, in Australia? I'm going to throw out a little bit of a hamster for you. Thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat. Super chats are open. Sorry, I'm losing my my place here. So if I skip you, I apologize. Not horror, but I absolutely love Hunk, and I want it to get upgraded. 100%. That'll be on my non-horror for sure. Let me see. If you don't like hair metal or very gooey cheesy horror, yeah, basically. Of course, monster ballads. Of course, man. I loved that thing. That was like the late night on a Saturday. You'd hear that thing pop on. You'd hear that, and then the next commercial would be like Pure Moods. You'd always hear the X-Files song in there. Oh man, I already talked about it, Simon. Oh yeah, you got to go back and you guys are going to go back and watch the whole show if you're just popping in because I talked about it. It's probably one of the top movies I want to see upgraded. What up, Hagen K? Just got done watching Thelma and Louise. I have not seen the new Quiet Place trailer, no. I haven't even watched Quiet Place 2, and I've had it since it came out. I will 100% be getting Crow in 4K. Hell yeah. Same here. Hell yeah. I love that. I love that. Brain Scan in 4K, I would love it. I love Brain Scan. Do I need it? No. I have a nice Blu-ray from Scream Factory that'll hold me over for quite a bit. I have the same thing, man. 100%. I have the same thing, and I want a new release. So that's gonna be my next one. It's Fright Night 2. I do have a Blu-ray of it, but I want a better Blu-ray of it. I've got this. This is one of my prized possessions. It's the official DVD that was like way out of print. Again, Artisan again. I should just collect the Artisan movies. But man, this is like one of my absolute top movies that I want to see upgraded onto a nice edition. I don't care who does it. Just get it out. I heard rumblings from a couple companies that were supposed to put this out, and every time you think it's going to happen, something falls through. I mean, I literally was about to pre-order this from overseas on a really cool edition that even Tom Holland said was coming, and it just fell through. So I don't know what the problem is. I mean, I've heard things, right? Like it has to do with the brothers that killed their parents. I mean, I know all that stuff, but I don't know why we can't just why or what is holding it back besides that. Because I mean, I know somebody that was even working on this for a US release, and they said everything went on hold. So I don't know. But when this thing finally comes out, people are going to go nuts. So what I recommend is if that gets on pre-order ever, you buy it right away because that thing is going to fly. I have not heard of Christina's House. I don't think. Dude, it's so good, man. It's so good. I'm sure they're probably coming. Slumber Camp Nightmare, hell yeah. Maybe that's why it's not released. Maybe they don't want us to hear the song. Solar Babies on 4K. I mean, it is out of print. I do have the Kino Blu-ray. I'm fine with that. Do I think it's going to get a 4K? I would say doubtful. Yeah, man. I know for a lot of people it is. It really, really is. Book of Shadows. Okay, I didn't bring that to the table, but that's another Artisan one that still hasn't. I don't think it's got a Blu-ray. At least here in the States, it doesn't. Yeah, it looks great, but we need a big edition. You got a baseball card with the brothers on it. What's up, Gus? I'm so tired of Disney, dude. Honestly. I mean, I have the Blair Witch 2. I have Blair Witch on Blu-ray. Blair Witch 2 I have on DVD, which, again, I'm kind of fine with. I'm not the biggest Blair Witch 2 fan. Oh, dude, I almost brought that out here. I almost brought that out here, but I haven't watched it yet. So I was like, I can't really talk about it. I haven't seen it yet. But you're right, Kicks needs a Blu-ray. Damn right. Pulse does have a Blu-ray. Yes. Yes. Is it the one with, it's got Joey Lawrence, right? All right. Now, somebody else talked about this earlier. Here's another one that I prematurely sold. But I think I do have this on I might have a Blu-ray of this on like a triple pack, the Hannibal collection, but that is Manhunter. Now I do have a Hannibal like little box set, and it's got like Hannibal, Silence of the Lambs, and I think Manhunter in there. I don't think it's Red Dragon. I don't think. But anyway, Manhunter, I get this real sweet thick box from Anchor Bay. This thing is awesome. Limited edition. I love these things that they did. But yeah, I had the collector's edition from Scream Factory, and someone offered me a boatload of money for it online, and I knew I had this edition. I knew I had, I'm pretty sure I think, like I said, I think it's in that little box set. That's why I wasn't so hesitant to get rid of it. And I thought for sure we were going to see a 4K of that at some point. So I was like, you know what, I'll sell it. And I've been doing that with some of my Scream Factory stuff because I did have the whole collection, but because they keep re-releasing the same crap, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to start selling some of this stuff off while they're still worth money. But I got a lot of money for that, guys. I mean, I don't even want to say it. I mean, it was well over 3 numbers for it, 3 digits. So I ended up selling it, but I would love to see it on 4K because I can get it back. That was oh, maybe they did. I was gonna say that was Bug, but that wasn't Man that was being difficult. Maybe they did actually. I don't know, but they should be the ones to do it because they've done all the other ones. Laser Blast. I have that on Blu-ray. It's a fun movie. Yeah, I mean, I assume that they would just because they have all the other ones out. Let me see. Oh yeah. Again, we're gonna talk about some of those in my non-horror one. Oh yeah, dude, it's so rare right now, for sure. Yeah, and that's the thing. I was like, when the guy offered me what he offered me for the night Manhunter, because I had the slipcover and everything, I said, you know what, let me just sell this off, get the money for it, and because if the 4K comes out, what he was going to sell it to, what he wanted to buy it for me for would have went down like 75%. Not off the top of my head. I don't think anything needs it. Like I don't look at my Scream Factory and be like, oh, if this only had a 4K. Because to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't do backflips for a lot of the 4K stuff. I'll buy them more or less if I have a choice over a Blu-ray, just because of the format being at its highest. But I mean, there's not many that I'm like, wow, this was 100 times better. Some are better. Some are subpar. Some are better. I think the Silver Bullet one was fantastic. Creep Show looked good. I haven't watched My Burning yet. I heard that looks pretty good. But again, I just don't think it's something that I just absolutely need because I'm fine with the stuff that I have. Now, The Keep is one that I want to talk about that I don't have. I don't have any version of that movie. But The Keep is definitely one that needs an upgrade. That thing has been stuck for so long. And I highly recommend that as well. Man, you would think it has to be. You'd think it has to be. If it's not this year, I'll lose all hope. I mean, it has to be. And I'm thinking they're going to wait till Halloween, probably. But it has to be this year, guys. It really does. I'm shocked. I'm sure it's coming. Would I buy it? probably not. I have a nice Blu-ray with a slip. I'd probably just stick to that. Even though I love the movie, but again, I gotta be more picky. When I talk about my non-horror, 100%. 100%. I already talked about it, Mike. You missed it. I'm sure it's coming, but again, I'm very happy with my Arrow Blu-ray, so it wouldn't even be one that I'd jump to right away. I would be excited for stuff, actually. I really would. I do have a nice Arrow, but I mean, it's old. I've had it forever, so I wouldn't mind a new updated stuff. What's up, Huck? Go check out Huck's Pop Movie Culture Cafe. Terra Firma. That's, I mean, you know, Vinegar Syndrome's doing a lot of stuff with Troma right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if we catch that one. Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, sorry, I must have missed it, man. Cool, man. Well, hopefully we get that. Let me see, Mike. You know how I'm upgraded at this point? Second. I agree, but I talked about it earlier, and I wasn't really impressed with the high tension 4K. I think if you didn't own high tension, get it. But if you had the Lionsgate Blu-ray, I would have just saved my money. But they do a hell of a job. I mean, as far as the packaging and all that stuff, I mean, it's top notch, no doubt. I'm sure that's coming. Almost positive. But again, I'm also weird too. Like, to me, I'm like, unless they're going to do them all in one hit in a box set, like, I don't care, because now I have them all lined up, Blu-ray, and to then all of a sudden have a 4K, like, it just kind of throws me off. So that wouldn't be something I would jump to right away, but I'm sure it's coming. Deadly Spawn, I keep hearing it's supposed to get an upgrade because the Synapse Blu-ray was just a shit show. I think it was Synapse that did it. Yeah, man, it's moving really quick. Oh, there you go. I don't buy a lot of those sets, but that's cool. That's cool. What if y'all have the... Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, it's tough because I mean, the 4K is going to look way better than the DVD, but you're right, the 4K doesn't have the English dub. So if you like that version of it, then yeah, you want to keep your DVD too, for sure. Both this year. I don't know. There's been a like minimal movement on them. I mean, I Second Sight is saying, you know, Hitcher's coming. If they're working on it, they finish it up. Trick or Treat, same thing. You know, Don May over at Synapse and Michael Felcher saying it's being worked on. It's coming. I had some, you know, insider information, I guess, from people that were working on that, and firsthand, I was in a conversation with people that were working on it, and basically they were looking at a new special feature they were trying to make happen, and they were just trying to get some worlds to collide to get that special feature happening. So is that why it's taking longer? I don't know. I don't know if they ever coordinated that special feature or not, but I don't know. I agree with you, man. I would love to see Second Sight do Your Next. I loved Your Next. I would love to. I think that kind of fits what they're doing too. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, who was it? Umbrella. They beat him to the punch. Umbrella's already releasing Hitcher. I think a Blu-ray of it, but so I'm sure it's probably on its way from Second Sight. Yeah, I agree. Chuck Norris Hellbound? I don't think I've ever seen it. You know what's funny is when I grabbed a bunch of these movies, I almost grabbed Murder Set Pieces. And then I said to myself, maybe I'll do a part 2, because I have so many things that are still stuck on DVD, but I would have been here all night. Like, as you can see, I'm almost done, but I mean, this has already been an hour and a half. So I want to get this thing down. Now, I know a couple people talked about this earlier. I do have the Blu-ray from Shout Factory or Scream Factory, whoever the heck put it out. But I didn't bring it to the table, but I would love a box set of that, Stepfather 2 and Stepfather 3. I would love to see a box set of the Stepfather movies. This is 2 and 3 stuck on DVD. And try to see who put up this one. I think these are the only way you can get them is DVD still. But yeah, I have part 1 from Scream Factory, and I want a box set of the Stepfather movies. I think that would be super cool. Even if Scream Factory did it, that would be a cool set. They need to do more box sets and house them together in a nice box. It's an easy way to get on a good movie and some subpar movies all together and sell them, you know? Scream's not going to do Trick or Treat. I'm sure that's coming. I would love that. I would love that. Agree. I would too. All right, here's another 2000s movie you're going to hear us talk about when I start going through the 2000s stuff in these shows. This is a very underrated movie. I did talk about this in an episode I did recently talking about lenticular slipcovers. And this is The Ruins. And I know it does have a Blu-ray, but that Blu-ray's old. It was people were finding it in the Dollar Tree. So this is a movie that I think needs an upgrade to a nice edition. I think Scream Factory seems like the title that would do it. I think they would probably do something like The Ruins. The Ruins is a very, very underrated movie. Came out in 2008. The Ruins is really, really cool. Oh, what's up, dude? Dude says he thinks that they have them because they're all on Shout TV. That would be sick. Yeah, look at that, dude, doesn't it? Look at that. So if you guys haven't watched, I did a whole show talking about lenticular slipcovers. So if you're into that stuff, go check that out. But look at that, dude. How sick is that? Very cool slip. But The Ruins is awesome, dude. The Ruins is a real cool movie. If you guys haven't seen it, rest in peace, John LeBrandis. Love that guy. Do we think Scream Factory's on the way out? I don't think they're on their way out, but I think they're trying to play it safe for some reason, or they're just super lazy. I can't tell. I know they're under new management. I think people running it. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, you look one aspect and you're like, do they change the way they've always done things? And get nicer slip covers and all this stuff, or no, because maybe they don't want to veer away from what they've always done. I think that if they wanted to have changed the slip covers to something more like hard boxes and all that, they had the opportunity when they were switched to 4K. They should have made that choice then, like they did with the Halloweens, and just said, oh, you know what, going forward, all of our 4Ks are going to have nicer slip covers or hard boxes. And they decided to back off and not do that anymore. And it's kind of like, well, don't do it now, because now you've got everybody with all their 4Ks, and all of a sudden, if you're starting to upgrade the packaging to try to keep up with some of these companies, it's going to look a little bit shitty on the shelf. So I feel like they really missed their boat when it came to making their presentations better to keep up with people like Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome. And I think they really just missed the boat when they went from Blu-ray to 4K. And now it's just going to be tough to kind of change everything, So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with them. 100%. I mean, the thing about Vestron, it's like, yeah, their slip covers aren't fancy, but their price point is unreal, That would probably look pretty good. I mean, I say it probably would look pretty good. I do like that movie, but like I said, my biggest issue with some of these 4Ks is that they look so damn dark, especially on an OLED TV. And I know a lot of people always just say, oh, well, fix all the settings in your TV. I'm not going to change the settings every time I want to watch a movie. I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to change it once and then everything look good. So I agree. 40 Days a Night on a 4K sounds very intriguing. How would it look? That's going to be a different story. I agree. That's what I thought they were doing. That's what I thought they were going to do, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. I don't know why they did that. That was very silly of them. Agree. Yep. Barely, if they do at all. I don't think so, because even they just put out a Blu-ray with original artwork, and I was like, oh, thinner. I was like, so now they're Blu-rays. I thought maybe the 4K was all the original art, and that was kind of setting them apart. But they did a Blu-ray of thinner with the original art, so I'm like, well, so it wasn't just a Blu-ray. It wasn't just a 4K thing. I guess you're right. They're probably not commissioned out anymore. So that's a good call, Cody. Sorry, gang. I'm scrolling. I'm way behind now. Cherry Falls will probably show up. Am I a fan of it? I think it's okay. I mean, I haven't seen it enough. I own it on definitely Scream Factory Blu-ray, and a part of me feels like I may own it on DVD, but I've probably only seen it twice in my life. I would love that. That was the first movie we talked about tonight. I would love that. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. I really don't. I don't know what people are doing with those. I don't think people care, to be honest. You're right. Yeah, it's like then they had that random Elvira movie with it for sure. For real. Yeah. All right. Couple more left. Now, this one, you guys let me know. This may have a Blu-ray. It may. This was a Code Red title. Maybe they did a Blu-ray for this. I don't know. Maybe it's not accessible. Maybe Kino has it. But I only have the DVD, and this is a very cool movie. It's a backwoods movie if anybody's ever seen it. And this is a movie called Rituals. And it was put out by Code Red on DVD. And again, I don't think this has a Blu-ray. It may. I didn't look it up, but I grabbed it because I do like this movie a lot. And I didn't think it had a Blu-ray. And I just wanted to showcase it in case anybody has not seen this. So Rituals is a cool backwoods movie if anybody's into that kind of stuff. And I'm sure you could probably find this somewhere like on streaming or whatever. But I don't think it has an upgrade. Oh, it has a Code Red Blue, which Code Red Blue may be way out of print now because the owner passed away. So maybe to get Rituals on a newer edition would be pretty damn cool. It's not selling at all. I've had that thing forever, and I've tried to sell it a couple times, but no one seems interested in it. Yeah, I would say check out Rituals if it's on Tubi for sure. All right, gang, I haven't said this in a bit. Hit the like button. There's 75 people in here. I'm going to throw the banner up. I only got a couple more to talk about. Actually, I think I'm done. A couple more to talk about. Let me see. Where am I? So, if you have not, my podcast is also on all audio platforms. It's also on YouTube at the Radpack Pod. You can look for it. If you check out the links in my description where it says follow me everywhere, you guys aren't following me on all socials and you want to see more content, I do a lot on Instagram. I do different stuff on TikTok. Make sure to subscribe and follow in those areas as well. I have a Facebook community group as well. All those links are in my description, gang. There's also links to the Radpack podcast on YouTube and on all audio platforms. We do have some cool Radpack stuff coming. We do have an interview that we're dropping this week for a new movie called Destroy All Neighbors. We do have our Valentine's show coming up as well on the 23rd. It's going to be a versus show, so we need participation from the chat. That's how those versus shows work with us. So make sure you definitely go set a reminder on that. It's up and ready to set a reminder because we need your help on that one as well. I know Cody at Dude Who Loves Movies is in here. You can catch him, and I will be multi-streaming the next Rad Dudes episode coming up this month as well. So you're going to definitely want to check that out. And I think I have one more to talk about in here today, and that is going to be Night Flyer. Stephen King's Night Flyer. Love this vampire movie. And it's super cool. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And I want this thing to get an upgrade. It's just got this old snapper case DVD. That is it. That's all this has. And I want someone to put this damn thing out. I think anybody could do this. Scream Factory, Arrow, I don't care. But this deserves a cool addition. It's an HBO title. So we know that that's always a little bit of a problem. But hopefully somebody could... can get that thing out. So gang, that was it. I mean, that was all the horror stuff I brought to the table tonight of movies that, in my opinion, absolutely need upgrades on some kind of HD format, Blu-ray, 4K, something, because these movies are more or less either way out of print or they're stuck on a low quality format like VHS or DVD. So that's kind of the rules I set tonight. If you guys are just popping in now, make sure to go back and check out the full show, because I did spend about an hour and a half talking about this stuff. So gang, I'm gonna go back to the chat really quick and then I'm going to head out of here. So thank you guys again for checking this out. Let me just go back. Mike Wolf mentioned Boogeyman. I do have that on DVD. I've only seen that once, I think in the theater perhaps. I doubt it has a Blu-ray, maybe. Oh, yeah. Remember that one? Yeah, I do remember that. I don't own that movie at all. I mean, I think that they will be. I think they're actually working on something. What were they working on? Kickboxer, maybe? I think that's 4K. I don't know. I did hear conversation about some 4K stuff. I hope so, man. I would freaking love that. Let me see. Dude, the Rad Pack members only live streams are really fun. Definitely. Yeah, man. So the Rad Pack has members only shows. So we have a lot of perks if you're a member of the channel over there on the Rad Pack Pod. We do members only live streams. It's like a very chill, shoot the shit, talk about life, joke around, maybe have a couple topics in mind, but really fun shows over there. We got more of that kind of stuff brewing. Exclusive shows just for members. There's perks where we're going to do live shows where the members can be on the show with us. So there's a lot going on over there. But between each of us running our own channel and trying to do stuff for the Rad Pack and trying to, be on other people's shows as well, it just gets hard to kind of get all of our ducks in a row. So definitely appreciate you guys supporting this channel and that channel as well. Yes, it has. It's got a Blu-ray from, I believe it's a Warner Archive Blu-ray. Okay. But regardless, I don't know if it's still available, but it's a cool movie. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Oh, Twitch Drugger. I wish, man. I wish I could. I would love to. But it's late over here on the East Coast. The Hole, I think it's kind of a current movie, right? I think I liked that one. Thank you, guys. With that, we've got more stuff coming this month, so be ready. And that one too was Cabin by the Lake as well. I did show off my Tiger Stripe Zubaz pants that I was wearing that night. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I did like that. Is it like the cover art, like the two kids looking down the hole or whatever? I always get them, not holes. I get them confused. But yeah, guys, thank you again for checking this out. I hope, I opened your eyes to some movies in here, kind of told you, hey, these are available on Blu-ray. Or, hey, this is definitely a movie to stream or check out. Maybe it's something you haven't seen before, but chime down in the comments and let me know, like, what other ones did I miss? There's a couple that I wrote down that I didn't own. Things like Iced, which is a cool, like, 80s slasher movie that has to take place, in the snow, like it's like a skier or whatever. What else did I write down? Prey was another one. Terra on Tour we already talked about. There's a movie called Nightlife. There's actually 2 horror movies called Nightlife from back in the 80s. Vampire one, and then like more of like a zombie type one. Those are other movies that I've always wanted to get upgraded. And like I said, if you like this series, shoot a comment down below and let me know, because I am going to do a part 2 of non-horror movies that I want to get upgraded. So guys, thank you so much for checking this out. Again, I try my best to get to all the comments that are left under my videos. Sometimes, you know, my days are crazy and I can't always do it, but I'll eventually get to them. But let me know down below on any of these ones I talked about, any questions you have on other ones, and let me know some of the other ones that I may have missed that you want to see upgraded in 2024. All right, gang, thanks for checking this out. This is Garrett at Born2beRad, and like always, stay